I mean, it ruined it for me. It absolutely ruined it for me. I no longer want, like, I was getting built up for the movie. I was like, okay, let's be excited about a DC product for once. And then I saw that 5 minutes and the robot thing, and I'm just like, this is so stupid. I no longer want to watch this movie. It ruined it for me.
I thought it was
the
funny.
robots.
It was not.
Yeah.
You're not the one. You're not.
Yes,
in the camp
they
of the
did kind
sun.
of like contradict themselves that they don't have feelings or
Don't
whatever,
have
and then
feelings,
the one
and then she
gets
gets excited.
excited.
That was the
because
joke.
Yeah,
That was.
it was funny.
It was a
stupid.
It was a clever setup. It was funny. I don't.
You know what I think about it? Remember how I used to do this to mess with you the whole time and start? We don't do it anymore because we start with video and we don't want to sit here without saying anything.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to cut you off again because I miss doing that. I miss our song.
I did too.
I'll
Anyway.
create an opening at some point.
Oh, we don't need an opening. It's fine.
That'd be fun. Anyway,
Anyway, welcome
you're
to
crazy.
welcome to Capes, Cowls, and Conversations. We are back. We're off of our road to Daredevil Born Again today. We're finishing up Punisher, and that episode will come out here very quickly. But for now, we want to talk a little bit of news on Thunderbolts' final trailer. Comes out in 2 weeks, and Fantastic Four's most recent trailer. So I think we're going to get into both of those. If this is your first time, please like, share, subscribe, click the notify button, click the follow button, listen and leave some comments, and we will try to do whatever we can to give you the best content that we can. If this is not your first time and you still haven't liked or subscribed, please do that as well. And with that, let's take a look at this Thunderbolts trailer's playing on the bottom of the screen, guys. What do you think?
I think they made a mistake with Doomsday.
They did, because they basically pretty much just said, "Oh, everyone survives."
Well,
Since they're already casted into Doomsday, or at least that's what it feels like, anyways.
Everyone except
Taskmaster.
Oh yeah,
Well,
right.
so here's the problem, right? This trailer is trying to evoke your emotions of what's her name?
Scarlett Johansson.
No,
Yelena.
Yelena.
Oh,
They're trying to get you like emotionally resonant to that. Like the whole ending of that teaser is that she might die fighting the Void.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we know that doesn't happen, or at least we know that most likely won't happen. I don't know. That just seems really, really weird.
But why kill off Taskmaster?
We don't know if it's Taskmaster. We don't even know if she dies. The only thing we have to go off of that she might die. The only two things we have to go off that she might die is that she hasn't been in the most two recent trailers. In one of the clips, and the Thunderbolts picture went from a 6-star asterisk to a 5-star asterisk.
Which to me doesn't say that they killed her off.
It doesn't.
To me, it says they might have cut her out of the movie entirely.
But why even do that?
I don't think they can do that.
Oh, I wonder if that's
think-
why they haven't re-shown that one scene then. Because wasn't Taskmaster in the scene where they all group up together?
That she was in the scene, and then they re-showed the scene with her completely removed from the scene.
I think they might have removed her from the entire movie. I don't know that anybody's talking about that. I haven't seen it in an article, but it
That
seems
is so
like it.
obvious now that I think about
But
it.
the huge miss for me with this movie, and I mean, all the reviews are amazing. If you go out and look at the reviews, the embargo's off, everybody can talk about it, and all they're saying is this is the most heartfelt, gut-wrenching, Marvel's never done this before movie. It's character-driven and not giving up on the fantastic elements of superhero-ness, but still a character-driven movie, and it's wonderful. But to me, what they miss, man, I'm doing this lately. Have you noticed, like on camera?
You just randomly blink.
Randomly blank.
I still do that. I'll be going in the mid sentence. I just stop because then my brain lags.
Well, like I don't have the lag, but sometimes I'll forget a name, and instead of throwing out some random nonsense, I'll sit there and think about it for too long instead of just asking the question.
Oh yeah, the miss. Thank you. And so the miss is you've got a bunch of not really superpowered people minus Ghost. The rest of them are pretty average people. Bucky has an arm.
See, it's
bargain bin. Captain America has super soldier serum, but nobody really has powers other than Ghost. And you watch the Void. What?
Alexi.
Also,
Super-
basement bargain
all
bin.
three of them have super soldier serum,
Again, so what?
and
you're looking at a guy who can literally fly in the sky and turn people into shadows.
Well, Taskmaster has the ability to replicate other people's moves,
Fighting styles.
and also
But
she
I don't
has
think-
enhanced strength.
I don't think her enhanced strength and copying fighting styles includes, oh, you can turn people to shadows. So I'll turn people to shadows too, and I'll turn you to a shadow. To me, this is the miss. You have a bunch of people with no powers fighting someone who's more powerful than anybody that's ever been in the MCU. And
I mean, that's also
just
not
don't get it.
uncommon to do.
Well, yeah.
Where
Well, I mean, Loki
has powers.
has powers, and
He also doesn't really use them that
Cap,
much.
Widow, and Hawkeye were
Thor had powers.
okay, but Iron Man.
And Loki's
Hawkeye doesn't have powers.
I
He's
was
just a
saying-
really
that's what I
good
was saying.
sharpshooter.
No, I said
Hawkeye-
Thor has powers.
Hawkeye, Widow, and Cap were sent after Loki initially,
Stupid. I know, but there was a backup plan in Thor.
and Tony. Well,
And Tony's science is
That-
set up in a way
I
in
think
Marvel
you're-
that science can fight magic.
I think you're forgetting that they kind of were just banking on Coulson's death, possibly making the Avengers group up to fight Loki.
Well, okay, and
it-
so that's what they obviously do here. Not in this trailer, but in one of the separate clips. She sends them to fight each other, but fighting each other actually bonds them, and the next thing you know, they become a team, and they're the Thunderbolts. And she says that, like, I sent you to kill each other, and now you're a sweet little team.
yeah, I'm kind
But
of.
they're a team of people with no power.
I'm kind of wondering how this movie played. It sounds like Bucky is a congressman, realizes something is fishy, and then like she probably goes to all these people to make them fight each other and kill each other, or die trying to kill each other. And then they figure it out, team up, realize that Bob is missing or is being experimented on. He gets out, becomes the Void, and then they have to go and stop him.
Okay, so
I feel like I just laid out.
how
the
do they
whole
stop
movie.
him?
I mean, clearly they sent Yelena in, or well, she just goes into the void willingly.
Maybe Taskmaster pulls an Arya Stark, and when Yelena's distracting him, just stabs him in the chest.
See what I see happening, and I hope I'm wrong. I totally hope I'm wrong, but I see a Sam Wilson moment here. I see him.
Oh,
I
where
see,
she
I
talks
see
him
she goes
down.
in and goes, "Hey, buddy. Hey there. We don't want to make shadows, do we? That's not a hero type of thing to do. And I'm a hero, and you're a hero. So hey, buddy." That's what I see happening here. There's no other way to explain how they beat the guy except talk.
I mean, that's not a bad way to beat him, though, especially if they're saying the movie is character driven. Maybe they care about Bob.
Hey, Bob, we care about you,
Maybe
buddy.
Bob is Yelena's new love interest.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna be honest. If that's what happens, is they talk him down the way Sam talked the Red Hulk back down to being president. I'm not gonna be excited about that, and I don't care. I mean, I know everybody's raving and ranting about the movie. All the reviews right now are just blowing it up.
Yeah.
But I am not gonna be excited about a movie where that's the solution.
They just keep
That-
reusing the same.
I
Hey,
mean-
Void, your name's really Bob. Don't you remember? Remember Bob and our friendship. That's not
Hey,
superhero for
it,
me.
It doesn't. That's crazy. It doesn't always have to end that way. Batman is proof that he does. You don't always have to use your. Not even the solution I was going to talk about.
Which solution were you going to talk
I'm
about?
talking about
God.
when he is in Justice League Unlimited, and he goes into the Ace has created.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
He talks her down until she dies.
he
He doesn't
talks-
kill her.
Oh my gosh.
But like, that's not a bad way to end. Like that's why you have people to go in and talk people down out of suicides or out of bombings.
Is that what we're doing here?
I'm just saying it's not unrealistic. We do have hostage negotiators who go and deal with stuff like that. Like that's not that uncommon. So
It's not what I'm looking for in my superhero movie. That's all
okay,
I'm
but
saying.
superheroes do it all the time. Read some comic books.
Ugh, gross.
Like I just don't.
Gross.
I'm just saying it's not an uncommon trope in media. It would be really. I can't understand maybe like, oh, I just watched Brave New World where we just talked a guy down from being a bad guy.
And this is the new way to handle it in
now
every movie.
we're doing another movie where he talks down the bad guy, which makes me wonder if that is how this ends. I need Fantastic Four to be a doomsday ending. I need their world to get eaten and they fail.
What they're gonna do is go to Galactus and say, "Hey, buddy,
Stop.
hey, buddy,
I
this
hope
planet won't
not.
taste very good. You're gonna want to go eat a
No,
different planet.
I would
Bad for your tummy."
I do actually need them to let him destroy the planet.
And even better when we get to Doomsday and Spider-Man Tom Holland.
Spider-Man's not in Doomsday.
Spider-Man Tom
We
Holland
don't know
goes
that
No,
yet.
he's confirmed
Goes-
not to be in Doomsday.
goes to Tony Stark and says, "Hey, buddy, remember when you were my mentor on my Earth?"
He is not in Doomsday.
I'm
I know what
I'm
you're
being
doing.
facetious.
I know.
I'm saying this is the new way that we're gonna solve everything.
I know.
Everybody talks down
Obviously
everybody.
not, because Secret Wars is coming out, and if Secret Wars happens, then Doomsday is a failure movie like Infinity War.
Infinity War
and
did
that's
not
also
fail.
that's also
They did fail.
no. He's talking about they failed. They died. Like half
Oh,
the team died.
yeah.
Half of
I'm
creation
saying-
I thought you were
died.
saying the movie feels like no,
No.
it
No,
did not.
I'm saying
No.
Doomsday is the catalyst to Secret Wars. It's not, like they don't
Yeah.
succeed in that movie.
Well, but then you've got, if that's the case, if it really is a failure, then you've got the Russos being one-trick ponies, basically.
I disagree, because if Secret Wars is anything like the comic, their solution is going to be not normal.
Here's what I would like to see. Here's honestly what I would like to see from a Doomsday, from a Thunderbolts to a Doomsday. Okay, the Thunderbolts form the new Avengers, whatever. They think they're going to beat Doom. Doom comes in and wipes the floor with them, just wipes the floor with them. And a group of resistance fights Doom till they basically beat him, but he lives and escapes. And when he escapes, he creates the catalyst for Secret Wars. I don't want him to come in and eliminate half the roster of heroes, because if he does that,
My issue that I will take with Doomsday
it's just
is
Infinity War
if
again.
they just, well, like for instance, like Loki being where he is and kind of being the only way that Doom could achieve the power that he needs, he's probably going to die again. And I'm just like, I don't think I need to see Tom Hiddleston's neck snap for a second time. Or like, I'm kind of tired of Loki dying.
Well,
Like,
I just don't want to. I honestly don't want to see Avengers: Infinity War remade. That's the thing about Marvel that keeps coming up, is they just retell the same stories. I don't want to see Infinity War remade. I'd rather them beat Doom almost to his death, and then he's able to escape and come back and create what's going to happen with Secret Wars. Because I'm predicting now, I think I've seen it, but just in case I haven't, I'm predicting now that Secret Wars is not one movie. We're actually looking at Doomsday, Secret Wars 1, and Secret Wars 2 is what I think is really going to happen because there are too many people.
Didn't they already announce that Doomsday's being split into 2 parts?
If it is, then we're looking at 4 movies because the amount of people involved in both stories is too big to tell in 3 hours. I just don't see it happening.
I mean, we said that. Well, no, actually, I think that is a fault with Endgame. I think that Endgame did not get to do a lot of stuff.
It happened too fast.
Well, and again, I feel like I've said this since it happened. I feel like Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel were not the things that should have been in between that gap. I would have loved movies to just explore the dusting for a bit, just like just or at least 1 or 2 movies to explore it, and then you have the Avengers come in and go time travel.
Yeah, and I don't see from a Thunderbolts standpoint when you look at this, I don't see how Thunderbolts is going to lead directly into Doomsday. It's what it's basically doing is setting us up for another kind of like we always talk about with the Netflix Daredevil thing, where it's setting us up to go, okay, the heroes got to this point. Now we wait and watch this movie. And are they sitting on their hands or are they actually doing something? We don't really know with the Thunderbolts what they're going to be doing. Fantastic Four is going to obviously lead into Doomsday.
Speaking of...
But are the Thunderbolts sitting on their hands during Fantastic Four? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Well...
No. I know it's on a different timeline.
Yeah,
I get it, but I'm just saying we're left with that. I don't see a lead in for this.
Yeah, that's fair. I will say of the casting choices, I know it's another human character, but I actually would have preferred like Punisher being in this movie. I don't know why. I think he would have been a fun mix to the group.
Well, you also told me that in the comics.
Oh, he's in the Thunderbolts team in the comics.
Is he?
Yeah, I think it would have been fun to have John Bernthal interact with some of these characters. I know that for Born Again, he couldn't appear in this movie, but because he has a role in future Marvel projects that they already have laid out. Because he's getting a special too. They're working on a Punisher special. So it's just like, I kind of wish he was in this movie. I kind of wish there was a bunch of different characters in this movie because it really does feel like just guys. It feels like what the MCU was for a bit, where it felt like they were too realistic. Where it's like you're kind of pulling a Fast and the Furious and putting a bunch of normal people against some really like big threats they shouldn't be fighting. That makes sense.
That's the big problem with this movie is he could just go shadow. What are they going to do to stop it?
Yeah, I'm sure
Super Soldier Serum's not going to stop that.
I hope there's an explanation.
Is there a scientist on the team that at least there's some kind of science to fight that magic? Is Ghost? Not really.
Or, well, see, like the only thing I could think of is that maybe Bob is fighting Void, like in his head, And
that's going to be fun to watch.
I mean, in some cases, it is fun to watch. Multiple personality disorder characters are fun to watch. I mean, we're about to get on Iron Fist season 2. Like, Typhoid Mary.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's...
You'll
get there.
Okay. Get through Punisher first. Speaking of which, how far are you guys in Punisher?
He's
about halfway, and
I have yet to start.
He was,
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna start
mainly because he was also telling me how sluggish it is.
It's really not. It's really not. Don't listen to that. It's really good.
Episode 4. It is so boring.
That's not halfway.
That is.
He said he's halfway through episode 4.
Yeah, halfway through episode 4. Halfway. It's 13 episodes, just like the others.
The first 4 episodes are so slow.
It's really good. It's really good.
You
in
need
fact,
to tell me if it picks up.
I've already gotten set up here. Before we transition to Fantastic Four, I've already set up for our Punisher episode that's coming.
Okay.
And I will tell you, it deals with some very real. And this may be why he's calling it sluggish. It deals with some very real issues that I think we forget about when we're watching superheroes. And so it's fun to watch Daredevil, even if it's brutal. It's fun to watch Daredevil, and it's fun to watch Iron Fist, even if the fighting has blood and guts. it's still fun to watch.
Yeah.
The Punisher is not fun to watch. It's not fun to watch because it's very real. So they don't hesitate to kill children in the show.
Oh,
They don't on camera. They don't hesitate to show how veterans are treated coming back from war. It's a very real show, and that makes it maybe feel sluggish to some people, but it's really, really good.
I was gonna say, at least on the first 4 episodes, I haven't seen anything outside of the Kandahar scene where they just reshot the scene that they shot the scene that was told to us in Daredevil season 2. That whole scene is probably the most action that I've seen so far. The first 4 episodes.
It gets really good, but really serious.
When does it pick up? At least so I can
just now, like episode 5.
Okay, so I just needed to make it past episode 4.
Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Get through it. It's good, but it's weighty and heavy, and it makes you sad. And there are scenes of it that are hard to watch.
Okay, so
there's some very real stuff, not superhero
crazy
stuff.
That like Punisher's what 2017, 2016, 2017,
somewhere in there.
Yeah, give or take.
From what you're telling me, they were not hesitant on, and this is just me being picky on movies, especially now. They're not hesitant on showing children on screen getting killed, but they completely avoided that in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which was the basis of the storyline.
Yeah, no, this is different. Oh. This is different for sure. It's a little disturbing. I actually will have a warning at the beginning of that episode for the first time ever that we've never put a warning at the beginning of an episode.
Did we not?
Because of how real this show is.
Did we not put a warning at the beginning of Jessica Jones for
no
rape?
Nope.
Sexual assault?
Nope, because we didn't really discuss it. We kind of avoided.
Yeah, no, we really didn't.
We kind of avoided that whole part of the discussion, but we're not going to be able to avoid it in Punisher.
I think we may have like softly approached it.
Oh, like we just discussed it for a little bit.
We didn't directly address that. There's no avoiding it in Punisher. There are some very tough things that you have to talk about, and we will. So it'll be the first time that we have that.
Okay.
But I just want to check in with you guys. So we're looking at maybe next week for Punisher.
Yeah, it'll probably. I would assume probably Monday.
Okay, so look out for Punisher to come out Monday. That would be the 25th.
That's the 20. So Friday's the 25th, 26th, 28th.
Monday, the 28th of April.
Yep.
We'll have a Punisher episode hopefully coming out. In the meantime,
and we have a Star Wars episode coming out Saturday.
In the meantime,
or Sunday.
We have talked this Thunderbolts, kind of potentially really good. Possible disaster, not really sure, but all the reviews are awesome.
I'm excited for both movies just because it's okay. So, do I definitely need to watch Black Widow before we go watch Thunderbolts?
I recommend it, and
yeah, you probably do.
Would probably. I know it's skipping ahead for the Born Again stuff, and we'll probably come back.
You told me I didn't need to throw in Hawkeye.
I don't know. Maybe
for what?
For Thunderbolts.
You don't need to watch Hawkeye for Thunderbolts. You don't, but you should watch.
Does it not deal with Black Widow?
No.
The ending of Hawkeye?
No.
What do you mean?
No, it's fine. You'll be fine. I mean, it very briefly.
Oh, okay.
It'll be fine.
If it's just like something small or minor, then
it's small and minor, and it won't be a big deal. But you need to watch Black Widow, and you know how.
Yeah.
Endgame went.
I'll probably do that over this weekend.
Yeah. Probably do it on the drive. Or
I ain't watching a movie while I'm driving to Springfield.
You don't just throw your phone up in the speedometer and
you want that on video. Dear police. He's alleging that he doesn't do that.
I mean you wouldn't allegedly put your phone on the speedometer and watch your
Beware if you
show?
see a
To where I
if you
can't
a
see
yellow
what speed I'm
taxi.
going? No.
I can tell what speed I'm going. I can.
Cameron drives a yellow taxi. So okay. That being said, I will say this. I wasn't really excited for Thunderbolts. I am excited for Thunderbolts now. I don't even know why really it did it for me, but the scene that they show where Yelena is standing at the edge of the roof, there's actually a special clip of it
Oh yeah, we saw
saw it.
that.
where she walks off the roof.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this looks cool. Because that actually was shot. That's not green screened. That's not on a set. That's actually on the second tallest building in the world. She actually walks off that second tallest building in the world like that.
She Tom Cruised that scene.
They got permission to actually shoot that. And I was
okay.
like, oh, okay, if they're going to put that kind of effort into it, I can be a little
That's
excited about
crazy.
this.
I do think the new clip, the one where they're kind of discussing the plot a little bit more, is a bit more promising. But at the same time, it's still a little weird that that's what they're showing a week before the movie comes out. It kind of feels like it's a bit too much.
Well, and I'm just saying it's kind of funny because when we started talking about this movie and Superman back in January, I was in a total role reversal. I was excited about Superman. I was not excited about Thunderbolts
Your
really,
reasoning for being
and not excited about Fantastic Four at all. The trailer that they made for Fantastic Four was absolute trash. And I was like, hold on. I was like, Marvel is screwing up 2025 in hopes that Doomsday saves it in 2026, and I was not excited. Now, this Thunderbolts stuff that's come out recently has me excited. The Superman stuff that came out with the robots has me going, that's trash. And then this Fantastic Four actually has me excited about the Fantastic Four, where I wasn't excited about the Fantastic Four with that first trailer. It was so garbage. Fantastic Four trailers running on the bottom of the screen. What do you think?
You are in crack.
I'm actually surprised that they're oh my gosh. Introducing two villains in the same movie.
Two villains.
What?
Who?
Galactus and
Silver
Surfer.
Surfer's not a villain.
But she's working for
Well,
Galactus.
I mean,
She's not a villain. Okay. The deal between the Silver Surfer usually and Galactus, I am assuming they're trying to do the same, is that she or he usually tries to guide Galactus to non-populated planets. And if a populated planet comes into contact with Galactus, they try to evacuate the planets or help out with, getting people ready for it to happen. But it's not usually, oh, you're marked for death, I'm gonna kill you, we're all, you're all screwed. It's a herald.
I was gonna say, so I'm not a comic reader, but
I know nothing about the Silver Surfer at all.
My understanding of the Silver Surfer is that it's kind of like a come to this planet and say, he's coming, get ready, leave, evacuate or get ready to fight or something, but I'm letting you know he's on his way.
Basically like a herald of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like your doomsday is coming, please leave the planet. Like, or prepare to die, prepare for it. Like,
you will not survive this.
Yeah.
And then I also like, because the end of the trailer just popped up and I really like, because I also didn't know that this is something Galactus could do. Because I thought he was just basically a planet-sized villain. I didn't know he could change size or anything.
Yeah.
Him actually walking through the city was great.
I am curious about that. Usually what he does, he has this giant device that he turns the planet into like antimatter and then sucks it in,
right?
Yeah. And then feeds himself and flies away.
Oh.
And that's what causes the planet to it's not eating the planet as much as the planet destabilizes from all of that happening.
He's not so big that he just opens his mouth and swallows the planet whole.
Yeah. So
he's Marvel's version of Unicron. Got it.
yes. Yeah, we have actually had this conversation. Now that I think about it.
I haven't because
You
I'm
should
not
know
that kind
me
of
by
nerd.
now. You say we have these conversations and conversations. I
know.
don't remember.
I know. I will repeat myself 50 million times
I am
to
not
both of you.
I am not that kind of nerd, so I was not part of that conversation.
And
I
again,
feel like Mike
Galactus
Ross.
is another
I
character
feel like
that
you
I
said.
don't know a whole lot about.
I feel like you said Unicron. That has to be a Transformers reference.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I got one right. Yes.
Yeah.
He is a planet-sized Decepticon. Well,
Depends on which
it depends
version.
on what iteration.
We ignore
you-
Michael Bay, so he is
Yes.
not Earth.
Okay.
Well, that means you also have to ignore the Transformers Prime show as well.
Shh. We don't talk about the connections to Michael Bay. Okay, it was just for
Okay.
yep. just-
Okay. So we're not gonna stray too far into Transformers talk.
No. So but yeah, Galactus can change size. He does.
Here he goes, stepping through the city.
Yeah,
Boom.
I
okay,
like that. I
will-
like that shot.
Really? 'Cause
Yes.
I think it's goofy.
It's just so ominous.
really.
Yes.
To me, that's what's ruining.
It's very Pacific Rim.
That's the one-
Godzilla.
No, it's dumber than that. To me. I feel like it's too cartoony.
You saying that is dumber than Pacific Rim is mind-boggling to me because you told me you don't like Pacific Rim.
I hate Pacific Rim. and I
Pacific Rim
think-
has got a new movie coming out with Charlie Hunnam.
Really?
Yeah, just announced with Charlie Hunnam.
I do. The whole trailer looks great up until that Galactus stomping through New York thing. I'm hoping that is just for the trailer, not actually in the movie, because it looks stupid. That is the only part of this trailer I hate. Which is crazy to me, by the way, on the Superman thing, because you're like, oh, the robots ruined it. But
The
the thing
robots
is,
ruined
you're
it.
crazy because the people,
I don't see
People
how
get-
the robots ruined
the
it.
people getting mad about that trailer are the ones going, why is Superman getting hurt by the sun? And it's like, no, he's healing. The sun is healing him, and it hurts sometimes to heal because the wounds have to.
I get the healing. The healing doesn't bother me at all. It's the robots that have personalities right after saying we don't have personalities.
Okay, maybe that first iteration
Like, hey,
robot doesn't. AI develops. I don't know what you want from me. It's a fun
hey,
gag.
Superman, you don't have to thank us because we don't have personalities to appreciate your thanks. Oh my gosh, he looked at me.
That
Dude.
It's still
so
funny.
stupid.
it is funny. It is, and it's stuff pulled
I
straight.
promise
It
you
is-
when you watch it in the theater, you are okay. We have watched movies in the theater where there
Yes.
was out loud laughter
Yeah.
and out loud cheering.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to out loud laugh at that. I promise you, it's going to be
$100.
silent.
$100.
It's going to be silent as the
$100.
grave.
No, $100 right now.
So you don't have $100 to bet.
Not right now, but by
You're
Super,
gonna bet the negative $100 you have.
by Superman, I'll have $100. But
No,
I
you
bet
won't.
I bet you people will laugh at it.
They won't.
I will. Yeah, come on.
Put your hand down.
No,
Don't embarrass
accept
yourself.
it. I say challenge accepted.
Don't
Do it.
embarrass yourself.
No, we're gonna bet on this because people are gonna
Oh
laugh
my
at it, and I
God.
guarantee
Nobody's gonna laugh at it. People are
That's
gonna be
a
like,
lie.
that was dumb.
That's a lie. I
If
disagree.
anything, there will probably be at
Sit
least
silent.
a few people.
No, I think people will laugh at it. I think like it'll be a theater laugh.
No.
I don't think it's gonna be like
And it may, I will say, it may have had a shot at one or two remote people laughing until they put it in that 5-minute
no. We'll see.
sneak peek. And now that people have seen it, they're not laughing at
I
it.
disagree. We'll see.
It's a wasted
There's
moment,
also
and it
still
was
there's
dumb.
also still like not a whole lot of people that
Oh, and actually,
watch trailers.
People were complaining about
It's gotten something like 25 million
people
views or
watch
something
trailers
stupid.
all the time.
Oh.
Even when ads get like trailers as an ad, that counts towards their viewing time. Like that's
Really?
yes.
Huh. I
That
actually
still
didn't know
count,
that.
Yeah, that's why you have like an hour and 30-minute long ads sometimes that are
Oh,
like it's a
yeah.
full video. It still gets views.
Huh.
So yeah, so I would not be shocked if people have seen it already several times.
I don't know. I'm excited for all of these
Just from
movies,
that alone.
really,
Yeah.
because
But-
it's either remakes or just a whole new story.
So speaking of Fantastic Four, it is a remake of Rise of the Silver Surfer, though. Like that we can basically say
I
that.
Don't.
I mean, there are
remember-
scenes for sure.
I
I'm
know-
not sure if
I
it's
know
a
I've
straight off
seen-
remake
I
of
mean,
it.
basically, that's the plot of Rise of the Silver Surfer. Is Silver Surfer comes to Earth. The only thing that isn't probably going to happen is that they're going to switch abilities because that was more of like, oh, this is a sequel to the first
Well,
one.
Vanessa Kirby is pregnant.
Oh yeah, that's the
She's-
swap plotline.
They're not getting married. They get married in the Rise of the Silver Surfer, but she's
Yeah.
pregnant in this one. They're already
She is
they're already past married.
I don't.
Also, it still boggles my mind that they waited till this trailer to show
show
off
him use his
Reed
power.
Richards' powers.
I'm not. They may not have had the VFX ready since. I mean, they usually have these movies in
This is
development.
this is a visually intense superhero team.
True.
So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how much they show of them using their powers, because his power requires special effects every single time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Johnny Storm's power every single time. They made a suit for the Thing.
But it's covered. I mean,
They made a. It's
real,
not CGI.
but it is covered in CGI. Like they had to cover it in CGI to make it look realistic, because
Okay.
otherwise it just looks like a skin suit.
Okay, well then.
Yeah.
I mean, this will be intensely CGI, so it'll be interesting to see if they've.
Oh, and not
Because
to mention,
some of the later movies have not done a great job of covering up that it's CGI. They've had some crappy CGI as they pushed projects so hard onto some of those teams.
True.
So it'll be interesting to see if they've kind of fixed that since we've had a lull in projects.
I'm kind of wondering if that's how because Thunderbolts looks good, except I feel like Void in a couple shots looks weird.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I feel like that'll be the tell on how
Sometimes too, though, the trailers use unfinished footage.
that's true. That's why I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
probably why we don't have a lot of powers being shown in the Fantastic Four trailer, is because they didn't probably have a good VFX shot ready, and they just didn't want to show it and be like, oh, why does it look like funky in the trailer? And that would turn people off really fast. Also, impressions on the Thing. Now that you've seen more of him,
I don't care.
you're crazy.
I don't care.
You still
I
think-
didn't watch. I would have to read the comics, right? Like, okay, have you watched the old Fantastic Four, Connor?
The first movie?
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Do you care the difference between the way the Thing looks in that movie and the way he looks in this movie?
Oh, he looks way much better in this.
Do you
iteration.
care?
Well, like, do you?
I mean, a little bit, but I also don't know what. Because again, I don't read comics at all, so
Right.
I don't know which one is more based off the comic
This
book
one.
version.
This one. But I
Oh.
don't. But I don't read comics either, and I don't care.
basically,
So as long as he looks decent and doesn't look stupid,
which he did.
no. As long as he doesn't look like a cosplay.
He did.
No, he didn't. Like we've seen like cosplay Hulks that were made out of foam that look like crap when we've gone to Comic Cons.
He looked at like a skin tight, drawn on rock creature.
No,
it looked
he
fake.
No, he looked good. And this one, I mean, this one looks more like the comics. It really does look more like the comics because I've seen some. Because now that I'm doing our Facebook and our Instagram and all that stuff, I get comic pages coming up on it all the time, and I get to kind of like read a panel or two.
Basically,
So he looks like the comic panel, but I don't care because the other one looked just fine.
They took Jack Kirby's original art for the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
and pulled it from the page to screen. Like that is what he looks like in the comics.
Yeah, but I don't.
So-
Care.
I mean,
I
it's good that they're actually finally using something that's comic accurate because they've been really hit or miss with it from.
but
past
I say
movies.
I care because like it. You know, I don't like when it looks stupid, and it did look stupid. He
No, it
didn't look
didn't.
good.
When we watch this movie,
Okay.
when we watch this movie, I'll change our frames and everything, and add in places where we can put pictures, and I'll put pictures of old Thing and new Thing up there,
Okay.
so you can see them side by side. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't look like the comic book version, but it's not so grossly bad that you're like, oh, that was terrible. Oh my gosh, worst costume. He looked fine.
stupid. He looks.
He looked as good as original
He
Ninja
looked-
Turtles in the first Ninja Turtles movies
He looked.
in the rubber suits.
He looked.
They looked fine, right?
I guess if you want to say he looked fine for something that obviously could not be covered in CGI because of budget.
Because it's been so long. Because I know I've seen Fantastic Four and then Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Speaking of Human Torch, though, he sounds like Chris Evans, right? Like that's what I thought.
Was it 2005?
Like it was weird. Like he doesn't look like Chris Evans, but when he spoke his lines, he actually sounded like Chris Evans a little bit.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You just watched the trailer. Like
Yeah, but I haven't watched Chris Evans be Johnny Storm in a long time. I don't know that he sounded the same in Deadpool and Wolverine, and still that was a year ago. Remember, that's the last time that
he just used his normal voice.
I don't know that he sounds like him. I would have to hear them side by side to say. I don't know.
Okay, I do like the joke. The you're late.
Come on, trailer, move along so I can.
What are you trying to see on this?
He wants to see the thing.
I'm trying to get like a good.
Do you have the old thing?
I have it pulled up.
Right. Okay.
I really don't like this.
You don't like that?
No.
At all?
It looks so weird.
It looks rough, right? It looks like a rubber suit.
It really does.
Yes.
Who cares?
Because looks like
this doesn't look like a rubber suit.
He looks like no, it doesn't. It looks like
actual rocks.
Yeah,
no, he doesn't.
He looks like gravel, just like attached to each other. Like it looks cool. I like it. Okay.
Like if the size of the grains on Sandman were dialed up 1,000, that's what it would probably look like.
I'd like it. Yeah, it's cool.
I like that so much better than 2005 Fantastic Four. I do.
Yep.
There's no accounting for taste in this room at all.
There is. It is First of all, by the way, that thing is also practically done with just CGI realistic textures on it. That's what I like about it, is that it is a real suit. It is similar to how they did Iron Man, where they built the suit and then they practically put CGI in spots they needed to touch up the suit. That's what they should be doing. I am so tired of full on.
Wait, they actually built the suit?
The Iron Man suit?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first 2 movies, they built all of his suits.
Yeah, they built.
No, they built the
like it's not. He's not. No, he's not in a full body suit from head to toe, where all the gears and gadgets work. No.
Yes, in Iron Man 1, they built the entire suit that he can walk around in.
Yeah, but all the gears and gadgets don't. It's a shell, but it's not like when you see the suit tighten up, when you see it go zoop, zoop, and the leg thing tightens around his leg and all that, that stuff doesn't actually happen.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like I said, they built the suit and touched up CGI.
That's
where
what
they
I'm
needed
saying.
to.
They built a shell. But
yes,
he is not in a.
They built the Iron Man suit. They built a full body Iron Man suit and then touched up parts for CGI purposes. He was actually walking around in an Iron Man shell for the Mark 1, the Mark 2, and the Mark 3, and then the Mark 4 and Mark 5. In Iron Man 3, they only built the Mark 42, and then the rest of the movies, he was wearing the upper half of the Iron Man suit, and then they would CGI the rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that, but that's pretty cool.
They CGI all the gear motions and things that you see.
The extra, yes, it's extra CG.
It's just metal. It's like wearing a suit of armor.
Well, that's what it is.
It's like a suit of armor around the world. it's like, but it's like wearing a suit of armor. It doesn't. It did not. I mean,
it didn't function like an Iron Man
function,
suit, but they
just was a metal suit.
So that's still like a whole lot of.
It's crazy that they built the whole thing, though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, they don't do that.
I didn't
anymore.
know that they. Did that
in fact, you know what I just saw the other day?
What?
The scene from Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah,
where he walks out for May in the full shiny costume.
Yeah, it's on all CG. It's not even a real season. He's wearing a mocap suit.
Yeah, okay, I don't care. There's a backed out shot where there's a guy holding a phone.
Yeah.
And the phone camera is on showing him.
Mm-hmm.
They even CGI'd the image on the phone. They didn't just CGI him and the phone accidentally caught the CGI suit.
Yeah.
The mocap suit. They actually CGI'd the mocap suit on the phone too.
Yeah, I know.
It's pretty cool.
I didn't notice that at all.
But Spider-Man suits are pretty much mostly mocap or like covered in CGI to a degree where he looks like a cartoon character.
I didn't pay attention to it either, but someone put the still image on one of the websites.
Yeah.
And they're like, for the attention to detail that Marvel puts into this, see this still image from Spider-Man, and they explained what you were looking at.
Yeah.
And they actually show Spider-Man in the mocap suit, and they show the phone, and he's.
You need to watch more watching like there's videos of people who go and watch the movies at like 0.25x speed and like point out every individual detail in a scene.
Yeah, I've watched them.
Those are fun. I like those. That's why I know a lot of the details that I know. Or like I'll just go and look up what was on the production for movies because I like that. I like the costume design stuff. That's why I love.
There's also on this trailer, by the way. We just missed it, but on this trailer, there's a scene with him with the chalkboard, and on the chalkboard he has written formulaic stuff about the multiverse, about multiverse travel.
Yeah, that's part of the reason that people theorize that they're not from this universe, that they're from another universe,
and that they're trying to leave and get back.
Trying to leave, but partially because the planet is going to be doomed, and that's why they're going to be entering the 616 universe.
So
okay,
yeah. So I am excited for this movie more than I'm excited for Thunderbolts.
I'm more excited for it now after this trailer.
It's so dumb.
I'd say because I mean this is just me based on I guess technically the original Fantastic Four movies. I'm more excited for Thunderbolts because it's new characters that really haven't gotten introduced except for in What If and then other side projects. And so like I really like how Red Guardian is. Bucky's been in since Winter Soldier.
You're kicked off the show.
No. What did I say? Right, he does not like Red Guardian at all.
What?
He hates the actor. He
I
thinks
don't like David
Harbour
Harbour.
The Red
sucks.
Guardian was funny in that What If episode.
That's right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You know what David Harbour has done good in his career?
Stranger Things.
Whole career.
Stranger Things.
What If? He's dumb
He's lying
in Black.
to you. He's lying to you.
He's dumb in Black Widow.
I can't say anything about
he is
Stranger Things because I haven't seen it still.
It's awful.
He is lying to you because the last time we had this conversation, he said the best thing that David Harbour has ever done was Creature Commandos.
Oh, that's right. No, that's right. No, you're right. You're right. It's on video. No, you're right. I totally forgot about that. Okay, so What If was good. And
Yes.
and Creature Commandos is really good. Like David Harbour is Frankenstein in Creature Commandos, and he's really good at that. He is the worst part of Stranger Things.
That's a lie.
He is the worst part of Black Widow.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Wait, so you're saying he plays a better animated Red Guardian than
he
live
should be a
action?
voice actor.
I don't think he particularly plays either role very well.
He sucks at.
I don't like him in Black Widow, but he's not the worst part of Black
He
Widow.
sucks at Hellboy.
That's a lie.
Hellboy, the new one.
He is
The one before the new one. He wasn't in the new
one right after
the
the
one
Golden
that went-
Army.
the one right after the Golden Army.
I liked that one.
Yeah, he's good in that.
You're kicked off the show.
He's crazy.
Don't come
No,
back.
you're fine. Because if you're kicked off, then I'm kicked off, and he's by himself.
I could run this show by myself. It'll make a whole lot more. It'll make a whole lot more sense.
David Harbour's a fine actor. I just don't like him in. I don't really like Red Guardian. I've kind of been outspoken about that. I think he's kind
Garbage.
of okay-ism, but it's not great. I do like him better in Creature Commandos. He does do a better job.
His job as Frankenstein is outstanding.
What If is still stupid.
No, his job with What If is really good.
That episode was funny.
It's one of the few things that he's done good. It's the only thing he's done good for Marvel.
I'd say that's probably the better episode out of season 3.
It is.
I don't like Red Guardian. I think he I think all of What If sucks, so that just falls into a pile of being
Also,
the
he's
worst.
commie Captain America. So
Okay. I mean, I think
you've
he's
got basement.
fine.
You've got basement bargain Captain America and John Walker, and then you've got commie Captain America. And David
I can't
Harbour.
decide if I like him better in Black Widow or if I think I'm gonna like him better in here. It just depends on how sincerely they use the character. I think he's
promise you.
dumb in Black Widow, but
He is-
he's not the worst part of Black Widow.
He
That
is stupid.
Taskmaster is where they messed up with Black Widow. in my
I
opinion.
want to know. I do.
I
You're
know
a
nothing
You're a
about
comic reader.
Taskmaster.
No, you're a comic reader.
okay.
Because he's supposed to be.
He's
a
black.
He's supposed to be a foe for Captain America in the past. Red Guardian.
He's
Right. But is he a complete idiot in the comics the way he's a complete idiot in the movie?
You can't compare comic book Red Guardian to movie Red Guardian, considering that in the comics he's Black Widow's original husband, not his. Not
I don't
her
care about
dad.
that. He's stupid though. He's like stupid.
He's not stupid. In
Yeah,
the
no,
comics.
he's stupid.
He's played more sincerely in the comics.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's like actual just Russian Captain America in the comics, right? He's like Captain America but Russian.
I think they were.
And in the
trying-
movie he is Bizarro Captain America and Russian.
Well, I think that they're trying to separate because they are putting U.S. Agent and Red Guardian together. So I think they're trying to separate the two, make one more distinct than the other, so they're not playing the same character. Because they would virtually be similar characters.
They are the same character from different countries.
In order to not have people go, "Oh, U.S. Agent and Red Guardian act so similar to each other,"
And Bucky.
Oh, and
they're all
Bucky.
Captain America.
Well, and they kind of make that clear. Like he tells John, like, I've been there, like where, because they pull up the phone and he's like, got the article about him. It's like, talking about his stuff from Falcon and Winter Soldier. So he says the line, like, I've been there. I've dealt with the whole, you have to deal with your past kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure it's being told to John. I don't know why it wouldn't be like, that would be kind of weird.
Trying to
if it
figure
wasn't.
out how we're back on Thunderbolts.
We're back on-
You know what that makes it feel like? It makes it feel like Thunderbolts is the more exciting movie of these two.
I would say
I am more excited.
That's
for
what you
it.
said. Now that we're
that's
on the
actually
conversation
why
and
we're-
it's driving conversation, I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? You may be right, Connor. Thunderbolts might be the more exciting of these two movies.
I just think, I don't know if it's more exciting for me or if it's just like that now that there's so much more for it than Fantastic Four or Superman, there's more to talk about. Instead of, with Superman, there's so much that we don't know other than like, set leaks and the teaser and then the teaser trailer after the teaser and then the little robot like cartoony thing that I like,
You know what's hilarious?
Hmm.
We're talking Fantastic Four. We're talking
Superman,
Thunderbolts.
Set Thunderbolts.
But Ironheart comes out in between them.
Oh,
And I haven't seen more than a set photo
Wait,
of Ironheart.
does it?
yes, it does. And I'm pretty sure they're like gonna echo it, like where it kind of came out, but like they don't really promote it very well.
Well, they haven't. I've seen set photos.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well,
Not
so
even like a 20-second preview or 30-second
No.
preview. I've seen nothing.
they showed a clip from Wakanda Forever and one clip from the show itself in the "This is what's coming next year" Disney Plus promo.
Yeah, the little Disney Plus thing.
that was
One
it.
little
we
tiny.
got one scene
blurb.
of her in her new suit and then one scene from Wakanda Forever.
Oh,
And so I don't know, man. I think they.
Oh. June 24th.
Yep.
yeah.
It is the next TV
May.
show.
Oh yeah,
I
because
just don't-
Thunderbolts, which is in May, then it'll be Ironheart, and then it'll be
Fantastic Four.
yes.
And then Superman. So you've got 3 Marvel projects before you have a DC project coming out. And that's why,
Dang.
folks, when you look at our YouTube channel and our Spotify, there's so much Marvel content on there and not much of anything else because Invincible came and went. And
Star Wars hasn't really done anything.
Star Wars is doing Andor season 2 right now.
We aren't caught up. That's kind of the problem. Is
Oh, you guys got it. You have a lot of watching to do.
we do. Well, see, here's the thing.
Well, we're
Don't
about
look
to
at
do
me because
a,
I'm not that kind of nerd.
with
We're about to do like a watch
with-
through from
with-
start to end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say with Star Wars, we kind of want to like sit down and actually watch.
How is that going to impact Road to Daredevil?
We're not doing that now.
No.
We're
That'll
finna,
be
yeah, we're gonna do. We're working on possibly 2 Road 2 series after Born Again. One will either be Star Wars or Alien and Predator together, and just watch those 2 franchises all the way through. Or one will be Star Wars or maybe something
I
else.
feel like we should do a Road 2 series with Alien and Predator for Predator Badlands, since that comes out in November.
Yeah, it was
And
kinda,
then the next, I guess, major Star Wars movie would be Mandalorian Grogu, which doesn't come out till 27.
can we do Road to Ahsoka?
Yeah, because that comes out next year.
that
Gross.
sounds more exciting.
Yeah, we could do that.
We'll discuss it on the Star Wars episode on why that's more exciting. But
Okay. I will not be on that episode. That will just be the 2 of you because I am not that nerd.
yeah, but Star Wars is in the running for the next Road 2 series, so we can get to some of the next bigger stuff, especially since they just announced a bunch of stuff
A
for
bunch of stuff.
Celebration.
Yes,
So,
they did.
Yeah.
but like I said, we're gonna talk about that on Saturday. That'll be
Okay.
that. But that is a Road 2 series we're debating doing, so it should be
Okay.
fun. As far as the DC drought, I don't know. The next thing
aren't
is
we still waiting on Batman 2?
Batman 2 is 2027.
Rumor has
Oh.
it Matt Reeves may leave Batman 2. That rumor was announced this week. He may leave Batman 2 because he's tired of the pushback. He had something he wanted to make and he keeps getting pushback on it.
I honestly am not shocked by that. The movies
If it goes, the movies are dead.
I also didn't hear
I know.
anything good about the Penguin.
Oh,
What?
the Penguin
I
got rave reviews.
it got review bombed at first, if I remember correctly.
It got rave reviews.
But by the end of the show, it got rave reviews. People loved it.
People are mad that there's not going to be a season 2.
Oh, I thought they were working.
Not
on
going to be a season 2.
What happened?
DC'd it.
Are they still doing it? See, I think
DC stands for discontinue, by the way. It doesn't stand for Detective Comics. It stands for discontinued.
I
You
feel
know,
like
it's looking like DC is kind of following Sony a little bit.
And Netflix. Hey, we
not-
have something successful. Let's discontinue.
I disagree. I actually think they're trying to streamline more than they're trying to, because what they're doing is they're getting rid of their Sony issues. Like the Batman is good, but it is a standalone project in a similar way that the Amazing Spider-Man films were
It's
a
only a
standalone
standalone
project.
project because they refuse to let him.
I still
be a
like
part
the
of it.
Amazing Spider-Man. Though.
He didn't want to be a part of a DC universe. He wanted to make his own universe. He didn't
I
want
know,
to be
but they
attached
could
to-
have let him make his stories and still used his Batman in the DC.
He was very adamant about not doing that. He was the one not.
He
playing
doesn't own
ball.
the rights.
But
So
yeah, I
he
know he
wanted to
does.
do another Batman story.
He wanted to do
What he's doing.
his own Batman universe, his own kind of Gotham universe that only dealt with Batman stuff, while DC did their
Justice League.
Justice League, their Batman, their Superman. He wanted to be special, and that's kind of why I'm like, I don't think this is a bad thing, because that's what Sony's been doing. Is they were playing the special card of let's use all of our Spider-Man projects. And Marvel doesn't really get to tell all the same stories that they want to tell because they don't have the rights to those characters. The only difference is he doesn't have the rights to Batman. They were letting him make those movies,
And they can take it away if they want.
and they can take it away if they want to.
Ah,
And if he's encroaching on something that they want to do in the DC universe, and if he does it, they probably won't be able to without people going, oh, well, he did it better. Then it would just be better to just not let him make that movie.
And besides, the Batman was good. And Cameron's going to get so mad at this. The Batman was good, But only one director deserves the right to make a standalone universe of Batman, and that's Christopher Nolan.
That's a complete lie. No, I blame Christopher Nolan for Zack Snyder. I'm not joking.
Christopher Nolan actually made a good Batman
so
series.
I was gonna make this comment whenever we were talking about the Superman trailer. I haven't heard anything about Zack Snyder fans at all from this last
they finally
preview.
They have finally shut
They
up.
finally kept quiet.
You know, Superman Day was just like a couple days ago.
I do.
They have been lighting up all of social media.
seen
I haven't seen
anything.
it. It is not crossed.
You guys are not on social enough.
No, I literally went from my feed blowing up when the first Superman trailer came out, of people hating on this Superman. The set photo leaks.
It's been happening the last 2 or 3 days.
Superman Day, I haven't heard a single thing.
Non-stop.
I didn't hear anything.
Non-stop.
In fact, I heard more about the Minecraft movie than I heard about the Superman
Me too.
stuff.
Well, the only Minecraft thing per se is just everyone
Did you
destroying
guys go-
theaters.
Did you guys go
No.
destroy the theater?
We are probably
We-
going to go see it soon, but it's on a backlog of movies that we were deciding. Because me and you were talking about going to see Sinners.
You guys are on a backlog.
We were talking about what are you talking about? Did you watch it?
I was never going to watch it.
I figured, but we and you were talking about going to see Sinners. We're going to go see Revenge of the Sith. All three of us are going to go see Thunderbolts. I just think part of the problem with the Minecraft movie in general is just that I think like Black Widow, it had a time to come out, and now was not that time, because
No, there was too much stuff.
it made the money that it was going to make. Like, it did great.
Really quick.
It did great. I'm not saying it didn't do great. I have seen the numbers on it. It's done great. I don't care for it because
The
I'm
Minecraft
not
movie?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just don't care for that movie because that's a movie that should have come out like 5 years ago.
You want to know something funny that I read about it?
What?
So funny. Jack Black's in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So a reviewer wrote, "This is an original concept with Jack Black where four characters get thrust into a video game and have to do a series of missions and quests in order to find their way out of the video game. The reason audiences love this movie so much is it's an original concept." And what, Cameron, you're rubbing your face like that. What came to my mind immediately? Jumanji. It was not an original concept. Minecraft is just remade Jumanji.
You're not wrong.
I can't wait for you guys to
Yeah.
watch it and say whether or not it is. But as soon as I didn't even have to watch the movie, I read the review and the guy was like, "This is an original concept with Jack Black," and I was like, "That is the plot of Jumanji and Jumanji
from
2."
kids and teenagers who went and watched it and enjoyed it, they're saying it's just good, but that's from kids and teenagers. From adults who have gone and watched it who played Minecraft growing up,
Yeah.
they're like, it's good. It's good for kids, but I mean, it's got a lot of old Minecraft memes like referenced in it.
Sure.
It is made like it was intended for the original Minecraft audience, but it was made so late that the newer Minecraft audience is more just like, whoa, fun. But the older Minecraft audience is like, oh, well, this would have been funny to me like 5 years ago, but now it's just like, okay.
Makes
So
sense.
it's just like it's that's why I'm like, maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I would have been a great target audience for this movie.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm just kind of like, oh, it came, but I don't have. I kind of want to go see it just because I was a big Minecraft player growing up, but now I'm just like, I don't need to see it.
Sure.
And I think part of that was also just because we went and watched the Super Mario movie, and I had the same kind of reaction to that I'm having with this, where I'm like, again, like 4 or 5 years ago,
This would have been perfect.
would have been perfect. This would have been a fun movie.
You're not
for
the
me.
target audience anymore.
I'm not the target audience, and it's just not fun for me.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's
No,
just not a bad.
So for me, that's the kind of thing when we talk about watching movies or reviewing movies that I am more likely to, like, if you want to talk Minecraft and do an episode on Minecraft,
Yeah,
I'll do it when it comes out on streaming. I'll be
Fair.
happy to wait and be like, "Hey, everybody, announcing Minecraft is out streaming on HBO Max this week." And we watched it, and here's our review. We're not reviewing it in the theater, or at least I'm not, because I'm not paying $20 to go see this movie I never wanted to see in the first place.
Sinners came out and like
Sinners I could go watch because I know what kind of movie it is.
yeah.
And you know, well, and you know how I feel about going to the movies. Like for me, going to the movies has to be a big explosion, banging type of movie. I'm not going to see a rom-com in the theaters.
No,
I'm not going to see a whole lot of animation in the theaters.
Not even with like your girlfriend, like you wouldn't go watch a rom-com in theaters for like a date night. No. No?
That's what you have a couch and a 70-inch TV for.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's okay.
Also,
no,
I'm
that
looking...
that $40 can be spent on something way better than movie tickets and a sticky movie theater.
Yeah, you're good.
This is mind-boggling me for a movie based off a video game. They have made almost $750 million.
Yeah, Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
you're
well,
shocked.
it's all about it being Minecraft and how viral the game Minecraft is.
True.
That's what it really is about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, again, like 5 or 6 years ago, I would have been the audience for this. Probably still,
and you would have rushed out there, but that doesn't mean that there's not 15 million kids 5 years younger than you
or adults
that are out there watching it.
So
I mean, it's
just not my.
Also,
Eliana
I
plays it all the
guarantee
time.
like majority of that is from people who just went in there to destroy a theater.
Yeah,
room.
I mean, there is a point where that became a thing for sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's just not for me, but we'll definitely give it a shot at some point whenever we get to it.
I don't know. To me, it's just like the more we keep pushing it off, the more I'm just like,
I think
I don't really know anymore at this point.
I say let's wait and watch it stream. I mean, you guys watch it whenever you want, but I don't want to talk about it and do an episode on it till we stream. But if we're going to talk about what we're pushing back over and over again, whoops, that's the wrong one.
What have we been pushing back?
The Punisher.
We have got to get on this.
Yes.
We have pushed.
And I really like how that's done.
Thanks.
Cameron showed it to me the other day, and
I'm working really hard on making good thumbnails that people can see it and get excited about it. So
I honestly would love if like a tag in one of the shows would be like Daredevil's logo with them like Punisher's spray painted on him. Like that'd be funny.
I mean, I could probably make that happen.
Oh, you could make that happen, but I mean, like it'd be cool if that was like something.
Well, that's kind of how it is, like right.
Yeah, that's why I like that so much,
Yeah.
just because like that's kind of cool. But like if the double D's got like crossed over with a skull, that'd be
well. Cool. As we get there, we'll see what happens. But
yeah.
That being said,
on the topic of Born Again, we are getting there. We're about halfway to it. It's weird looking back on this Marvel Netflix stuff. You have finished Punisher, right?
I finished it. I'm in Jessica Jones season 2.
Did they? Oops. I mean, did they reference Defenders at all?
Yes.
In Daredevil or not Daredevil, Punisher?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't want to spoiler on it though. Does it happen like later in
you've
the
already
show?
seen? I mean, you've already seen it. You just didn't realize it.
Was it in the first half of season?
First four episodes.
What was the reference?
Well, I mean, he goes to Karen Page, and she's doesn't want him to die because she's already lost so much because she lost Matt.
Oh yeah, well I figured that, but I mean they didn't like outright say it, so I was like,
no, I mean that's as far as they reference it, but she don't want him to die, throw his life away because she already lost Matt.
That was it.
That's their reference. She's the only crossover character. That's the reference. That's it.
Huh.
I gotta. That's kind of underwhelming.
Was that the character that you were talking about?
Yeah, I was trying not to.
Why do you think I would be excited over Karen Page appearing in The Punisher?
Because she has a good role in the show.
She actually does have a good role. It's not just it's not a one scene crossover like some of the crossovers.
But
if you say so.
Yeah, that's why I was going to tell you because it's actually a fun like role for her. But I mean, it's okay. The cat's out of the bag.
I know, for real. Like that was way too much build up. But get in the show, it's good. and you're going to like it.
All right.
And we're going to do an episode on it, but we're going to cut this one off right now. If you like what you've heard, and we kind of were all over the place, but we did cover Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, click the notification, the follow, the bell, give us some comments. You can even comment that we were all over the place, and we'll try to do better next time, but we hope you enjoyed it. And with that, we are out.